welcome. Welcome back.
Hi.
Come on, have a seat. Just looking, hair's combed,
Yes.
makeup's on,
Yes.
and you're wearing the boots.
Yeah.
Okay, very good, very good. So you put a little effort into coming in today.
Yeah, I really didn't feel like it, but I did.
Well, what's going on?
Just tired and haven't been feeling good, and just that Hep C.
Okay. Sounds like what's going on with your Hep C is making you a little tired, and making creating a little more difficulties than you wanted for this week. Is
Yeah.
that pretty correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind if I ask, what have you done to kind of help through that?
I try to sleep as much as I can, and when I don't go to work, that's usually what I'm doing, is just being in bed all day. So.
Okay. So a lot of your time it seems like it's, I'm going to get my job done, go to work, and then I'm off to sleep.
If I can make it to work.
Okay.
I made it to work this week. I know last time I didn't, so.
Okay. How's today a little bit differently? I mean, because today's kind of the exception a little bit, that you had your appointment today, and
Yeah, I mean, we talked about doing, getting dressed up for appointments, and I would consider this an appointment, so I wanted to stick through to it. And I mean, I feel a little better. I mean, I'm not in my sweats, stretchy pants. So.
yeah, you're not.
Yeah.
So even though you're not feeling very well, you've stayed very true to our solution plan, and at the same time you're being very mindful of the fact that, okay, this is an appointment, you're processing all that, and you've come in and did exactly what you needed to do.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. Okay. Today session is really, we talked last week a little bit about, I was going to do all my gibberish and put it in good writing and let you, I wanted to give you the opportunity to view what I came up with and, get my spelling correct and all that, and kind of maybe go through here first of where you're at and what you've done, and then kind of roll back to, have you kind of review it to make sure it's accurate, okay?
Okay.
You'll notice at the top of my solution plan, I kind of had, your strengths being very resilient, compassionate. I found that you seem to be a very compassionate person. Is that pretty accurate?
I think so. Yeah.
I put also that you're a hard worker, because listening to your, having Hep C this week and going through the struggles with the symptoms of Hep C this week.
I'm really tired, and it's times like these where it's I think about going heroin, but I've got that mentor, and they've helped out too. I've told them about what we were doing, and they think that's great. So.
Wow, that's even more awesome. So going back to kind of this a little bit, you've made it to work and you're a hard worker, but you're also kind of adding one of the things we talked about making a goal later on was with your addiction. And here, even though you're not having a very good week, you've called your sponsor and your mentors, and you're kind of doing that. So those were some of your strengths. I had some of your barriers as just your kind of your addiction, your medical issues as barriers, which is one. And the funny thing about it is I got these as barriers, and both of them, as you talk about today, you've actually used your strengths to kind of overcome them a little bit.
I guess.
One of the other things I put down here, just the strained relationship with Bill that we were continuing to work on, and I put a whole list of your resources that you're tapped into. And AA meetings was I put down there, but probably even more importantly, your sponsorship in there. Our goal overall was client will increase intimacy, self-worth, and significant relationship and within herself through individual counseling by termination. And we had a tentative date of 16 April 15. Our objective was client will establish healthier communication skills and a closer connection with her significant other while developing a stronger appreciation for herself, reported during individual care and completed by 16 April 15. Some of our tasks that I kind of just want to, if you don't mind us going through, are you up to it today to go through these?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, perfect. Client will talk with significant other about committing to the date night by next session. Client will share the results in the next session. And what that will help with is a little bit of your assertiveness skills. Did you get an opportunity to talk to Bill?
No, I mean, I didn't just ask him, I just kinda, I thought it could wait,
Okay, so you've held off.
yeah.
Kind of rolling into the thoughts of barriers and stuff like that is what kind of limited you? That was real
I mean,
important when we left last session.
I was just, not feeling well, I mean, I felt great after I had left here, but the next day, it's just kinda been a little bout of not feeling well and all that, and, Bill's busy, and when I'm like this, I'm tired, and usually just, in the bedroom, and he's playing his video games, and, and I just don't wanna, he said yes once, I don't think he'd say yes every time,
Okay,
so.
okay, so it just, that was a lot for me, so I'm gonna try to kind of put it all in my kind of text and let me know if I'm correct. So it sounds like you wanted to be kind of up to 100% when you did talk to him,
Yeah.
and you haven't been. And then it also sounded like that you're going back to self-worth. Is you're a little worried that he's possibly not going to say yes for the commitment to the full thing.
Yeah, he might not.
Okay. So last time when you asked him, what did you grab a hold of to kind of get you the courage and the vulnerability? I mean, you opened yourself up for a little bit of risk there. What helped you take that risk a little bit to be able to do that? What did you reach to?
Well, I mean, I knew that if he said no, I knew I was going to ask one of my friends, so.
So you had to know.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's nice to have a little out. It's not so vulnerable. Like if I'm putting all my eggs in one basket, it's a little scarier.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one here, I guess one of the things I would really encourage you to, try to, as we kind of bargain this, is look at it for next session. Because, to be honest with you, with a lot of things going on, you may not be up to 100%, a true 100%, in, every week or, maybe even next week. And you might want to find what percentage of you might be up to would be.
That makes sense.
I would, kind of look at, kind of, what would you have to feel to be able to do that?
Okay, I can probably do it. I mean, it's usually about a week and a half, but I don't feel good when I get sick with my hip, so.
Okay. So once again, we'll talk a little bit more about the hip and see what you're kind of doing to kind of help with that a little bit later on. But at the same time, this is kind of was a big thing for you because remember on our Hope Scale, 1 to 10, it really did shoot you to a 13 just to be able to go and have private time with him. It really did change your week. I mean, you came in last session. I mean, you looked really good this week. Last session when you came in, oh my gosh, you were just. I mean, I thought you were walking on rainbows. I mean, if that makes sense. So, and it was really because, and I'm not so sure it was exactly you going out with Bill, as much as it was that you were making kind of decisions for yourself. That you asked him that this was your movement. Is that accurate or?
Yeah, I mean it was good for me and it was good for us. But that walking on rainbows only kind of lasted a few days anyways. So it's not.
Why is that?
I got feeling sick, and just kind of hanging out in the bedroom trying to recoup.
So.
And going to work.
So kind of back to normal.
Yeah.
So kind of back to away from the things that you were doing that were getting you where you wanted to get to.
Yeah.
Okay. So can we look at next week? I mean that's really a good one, and I'm not going to say it's simple, but it's an easier task to accomplish. We just need to work on maybe today rehearsing that process.
Okay.
Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Okay. The next one was RSVT, let's talk seminar report to counselor in next session, 13 October, establishing, just the process of actually doing that. So were you able to get on to the website and kind of register?
Yeah, I was able to do that one, yeah. That other one, though, I wasn't able to do it.
Which one was that?
That other seminar, the one in...
No, that's fine, because really when we talked, really the Let's Talk one was the main one. The other one was kind of an option for you, so that's really good. So, very good. You did sign up for that. attend, so we got a little bit of time before that actually
Yeah.
happens. This one here is based on Bill, so, or that interaction with Bill, so that one's kind of a hold. Now my book that you took with you last week, did you take a look at?
Yeah, I started reading it. Like I said, I'm not a very fast reader. I only read about 3 chapters. I liked it.
First 3 chapters are the best chapters in there. You know, I mean, it really is. I told you there was moments in there where it was really dry, but the
Yeah.
first 3 chapters and talking about, you know, kind of the communication, kind of the paraphrasing in the conversation, not reading into stuff, and basically paraphrasing back what the person said so we make sure we have an accurate message is the first 3 chapters is pretty powerful. Okay, so I want to leave the book with you, so
Okay.
I want you to just continue reading.
Okay.
The next one was client will put on makeup and comb hair when she attends appointments outside of her house. Now I know you're here today, you look great.
Thank you.
What other appointments did you have this week?
Well, I scheduled another appointment for later today to go see my other doctor as well. So,
Okay.
kind of maybe see if we can get some better medicine or, a happy pill or something.
Okay. So you're accessing the resources you have available to you to kind of do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good, because that was the other thing when we were looking at resources up there, is kind of looking at that. So, looking at this process, I mean, really to be honest with you, here we had, 1 task, 2 tasks, 3 tasks, 4 tasks, 4 out of 5, 4 out of 5 that, was kind of, you planned on doing. Really? You did 4 of them. You know what I mean? I mean, that is pretty, I just want to tell you, that's pretty good. And let me be honest. A lot of people that when we come up with solution plans, I'm going through here hearing no, 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 no. And today I'm hearing a lot of yeses.
Yeah.
So I just want to keep encouraging you that, once again, is you've truly taken your own kind of recovery from a substance abuse perspective, or really your life in your own hands, and you're just moving it across the table. It's really nice to see. So, as we look at that, is there anything on there that you felt differently about?
Well, I mean, with Bill trying to talk to him and work on some of those, paraphrasing and communication skills, it's kind of hard to do when we don't, if I'm not feeling good and I'm in, between going to work and just coming home and going to sleep. So I think it's a great thought. I just don't know if I'll be able to do it now or soon or anything.
Okay. What I don't want, I guess for you, is I want you to, if you decide this is not what you're going to do, it's because we talked about that it is your option to change this at any time, that you kind of look at, are we changing it because it's something that you don't want, or if it's something that there are limitations or barriers that are blocking us from it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because what I don't want you to do is what, in some of this, in our first session when you talked about kind of avoiding that uncomfortable, that uncomfortable realm of, does he say no? Does he say yes? Does it, oh my gosh, I'm not feeling good, and my stress level's really up, and I know I got to do this, but what Henny doesn't commit to that, I don't want you to avoid that. So if it's because of something else, if this isn't something you want to accomplish, I'm okay with that.
I mean, it is in an uncomfortable zone right now with that, and he could say no, he could say yes. It just, I don't know.
Can we practice that?
Yeah, we can practice that.
Okay.
What do you mean by practice that?
Well, I'm going to be Bill. That's okay. I imagine I'm not as good looking as Bill, but I'm going to be, you mind if I be Bill?
You can be Bill, yeah.
Okay. So here's what I want you to do. Where's Bill normally sit in the house?
On the couch.
On the couch. So I'm going to kind of get myself set. I want you to kind of, maybe step outside the room, kind of get yourself together. I want you, and as you do that, I want you to think about, I really want you to picture this is really happening.
Okay.
I want you to shut your eyes, and I want you to really imagine that you're walking in, talking to Bill. And in doing that, I want you to be very mindful when you open your eyes and you come to walk in the door, what you were feeling. What were your thoughts, kind of in that process. Kind of what were those limitations? And then I want you to come through the door. And then when you get here, I want you before we start, just want you to take a couple seconds, and I want you to just feel what it feels like to just take the risk.
Okay.
Okay? So can we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be Bill. Now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this twice. Once I'm gonna say one thing, and another time I'm gonna say something totally different.
Okay.
And I want to prepare you kind of for both, because once again, is when we did this, Bill does have the right to say, "Gosh, I really don't want to do date night," and he loves you a lot, and it may not be that that's just uncomfortable for him. Maybe that's just where he's at. And as you're changing, he's not necessarily changing like you are.
Right.
So understanding that balance and that change, it may be a little bit more time that we need to give Bill to kind of catch up to you.
Okay.
But with that, I want you just to practice.
Okay.
Okay? So, do you
Okay.
mind stepping up?
Yeah. Hey, Bill.
Real quickly. Hi, Monica. Sugar pie? What does he call you? Just so I know.
Just not like that.
Okay. Hi, Monica. What's up?
I wanted to ask you a question.
You watch his TV, right? Yeah. What would you like to ask me?
You know how a couple weeks ago we went on a date night?
Yeah, yeah.
I was wanting to know if you wanted to do that again.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of expensive,
Yeah.
but it really was really enjoyable for us to go. Are we talking like tomorrow, or are we talking what?
Well, I mean, I was thinking like maybe once a month, if you thought that was good.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds. I mean, you kind of manage the money a little bit. I mean.
Well, I mean, we don't have to do anything fancy. I mean, we can do a pizza night. I mean, just something where it's you and me, and something we wanna do, not just what you wanna do or what I wanna do, or and of course something that we can afford.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be good. With our work, I mean, our schedules are very, very different, and me, I'm out looking for work, trying to find stuff, and all my little part-time stuff that I'm doing is, maybe we should probably put it on the calendar or something.
Okay.
When are we looking? I mean, that way, or is this going to be something we're just going to put on the calendar and it's going to be what we have, or?
It can be. I mean, if we want to just pick a date, we can pick a date, and maybe I can plan this one since you planned the last one.
Okay,
We can maybe switch every other month, maybe.
yeah, that sounds good. I mean, really, I had a wonderful time last night, and you looked really great, and we haven't done that in a long. I don't know if we've ever done that. Really, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's stop right there. Now, how was outside the door?
Quiet.
Okay. What else?
I was sweaty. My hands were sweaty.
So when you start getting a little nervous and anxious, you start sweating a little bit. Okay. What else?
I was scared.
Okay. Anything else?
My mouth was dry.
Wow. So your body's really telling you, when you're not doing very well, or when you're kind of off a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
I feel better now. I mean, if you were Bill said yes, so.
Yeah. Oh, yes. The yes answer is always a good answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I want to ask you a question. What got you? I know this was just a kind of a role play in some ways, but what got you through the door?
My body.
Exactly. That's a true statement. What else? What got you? What? I mean, really, what got you through the door? Because you could have chose, hey, Mark, I'll be honest with you, this is kind of goofy.
Right.